Hello, welcome to mindlesscrafting.com. Today we're going to be doing a presentation on how to use OpenOffice to arrange, resize, and manipulate PNG files using the drag and drop method. First of all, let's talk about what is OpenOffice and why should we use it. Well, OpenOffice is an open source software that's free. That's the most important part of that. It's free. So you don't have to worry about paying anything for this. Because a lot of people are saying, well, I can't afford Word. I don't want to pay for Word right now. I don't have an Apple product in order to get Pages. So what can I do? Well, we're going to download OpenOffice. And after that, we're going to learn how to make sure we download our files and put them to a dedicated folder so we can easily find them. So let's go ahead and start with downloading OpenOffice. Basically, all you have to do is go to Google and you'll type in OpenOffice. It's actually one word, but put it in. It'll say Apache OpenOffice official site. You can click on that, but I just go right down to the download page right here. So I click this, and it instantly comes to the page. Now you'll notice it opened right up to OS X because it automatically reads my computer and it knows that I'm going to need the OS version. But if you're on Windows, they do have the Windows version, and if you use the Linux for an operating system, you can do that. But we're going to go ahead and do this because this is what we're using. It's going to be in English, that sort of thing. So we're going to go ahead and download the full instructions. So basically, I would click on this, and it would not be downloaded. Once it shows up here, I'll double click on it and open it up. And the rest is pretty straightforward. So now after we do that, okay, it'll come up, it'll look like this. Actually, when it comes up, really, it'll look like this. Okay, but I resize the screen by going to the side here, and you can stretch it out like that. But I did it on purpose because I want to have two screens open. I want to have one screen that has the software, and the other screen is actually for my file. I went to the desktop and opened it up, and then I resized it by grabbing the side of that and pulling it just the way I want. Okay, now with that being said, OpenOffice is going to look like this when you pull it open. You have a lot of different things you can work with: text documents, spreadsheets, presentations, formula, whatever. But we don't care about any of that. All we want is this right here, drawing. Because what we're going to be doing is manipulating our PNG files, because most of us are crafters, paper crafters, or artists, and we need this one function in order to manipulate these PNG files for free. So I'm going to click on this. A document opens up. Only thing we need to know is this is OpenOffice on this side, and this is our folder on this side. So let's talk about how to get our folder. Now, I've already created this folder right here, okay? Let me get rid of this one. Matter of fact, I'll open up a brand new one, okay? Let me get rid of that. I'm going to put move the trash. Bam. Okay, now, all you have to do is right-click. It doesn't matter whether you're on Windows or if you have a MacBook Pro or whatever. Just right-click. You simply right-click, click on New Folder, and here it is right here. It says Untitled Folder. I'll name it something, so I'm going to name it the same thing. Digital Goodies. But you can name yours whatever you want to. Okay, so now that I have Digital Goodies right here, there's nothing in it. I'm going to go ahead and download my file from my email. Okay, I'm at my email. I think I'll pick Bon Voyage, okay? This arrow inside of Gmail tells me I can download this. So I'm going to click on that. Now for my particular system, it's automatically going to open up. Some people's it opens up to the bottom of it. You just double click on that and then it will open up this box right here. Now here's your download box. So the file is right here. It's highlighted. It tells you this is what it is. Now Most people, what we do is we instantly double click on it, look at the files, and start trying to play with them right then. You have to resist the urge to do this, because if you just click on them without any rhyme or reason, I promise you, the moment you close this folder out, chances are pretty strong. If you ever find these folders, these files again, it's going to be a long time from now, if ever. You just can't find them. And the reason you can't find them is because you don't know where they are. But now we do, because over here we created our digital goodies folder. It's on our desktop. See right here, it's on our desktop. Here it is. So now we're going to do the drag and drop method. I'm going to go over here into my downloads folder. See, it says downloads. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to pull it over into the folder over here. I'm going to grab it, click on it, and drag it over here. See, it popped over here. Now, I also want this zip file. See, this file right here looks like a zipper is right on it. I'm going to grab it and just pull it right on over. So now inside of my digital goodies folder right here, I have both the folder and I have the zip file. We don't really care about the zip file right now. Everything we're going to be doing is inside of this folder. What's inside of this zip file is another folder. If I was to double click on this, what happens, it extracts another folder. You see, and I don't really need that one because I have everything over here. So I don't need the second one. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. I just did that to show you. Okay. Now that I have these, I'm going to close out my downloads folder. The only thing I want to work with is OpenOffice, the draw part of OpenOffice, and the folder from my desktop that holds my digital files, my PNG files, the digital goodies. Now, most people are familiar with JPEGs, but they're not familiar with PNGs. The main thing you need to know about PNGs in a nutshell is that PNGs allow you to arrange and manipulate and show the items on top of one another. For instance, I can go over here, grab the bridge, click on it, drag it over to this page right here, and let it go. Then once I let it go, it doesn't matter that it's hanging out. A couple things we need to observe. If you look right here, you'll see it has a width of almost 8 inches, 7.71, with a height of almost 2.92. That's how large it is. Now you got a couple things going on. I can manipulate this image, manipulate meaning move it around, by grabbing, it doesn't matter, any one of these green dots here, whether it's on the corners or the sides. If I just move it, click on it and move, it moves all kind of ways. It, changes the proportions or what have you. So now I may want it like that, but I may not. If you want to get back to the original size, because you may never figure out what it looks like, I could attempt to grab it and drag it into what I think it looks like, but I may be off. Go up here to undo. It's this arrow right here. I'm going to click until I'm back to the original size. If I want to go over here and redo it, I click that. Undo. Oh, it disappeared. Can I bring it back? Redo. There you go. Let me go ahead. So once I get in the center of this, I bring everything back right here. Now with the hand, I can easily just drag it around. That's too big right now. Now, let me show you a better technique for resizing this image right here. Let's say I want it right here in the center of this page. Right here, where you have the width and height, you have this upward arrow and you have the downward arrow for both width and height. So if I hit the down arrow, it instantly starts making it smaller. See how that works? Now, what's good about that, right now it says 6.36 inches by 2.52. If I have a card or some paper project I'm working on, and I know that paper project has a width of 4.5 inches or 4.5, then we know this is too large, so we need to come up with something that's smaller. So let's keep going. I'm going to go down until I come to something that's I'm comfortable with. Let's say I go to about 3.2 inches. That's pretty good. Come down here. Okay? So now, also, let's talk about horizontal and vertical. I can move this like this, or I can go up, or down, or up, whichever. Just play around with it until you get comfortable. Now here's something else to look at. Keep this box right here clicked. If you keep this clicked, this keeps the same proportion. Because if I unclick it, if I do like this, it restretches. You see what I mean? But I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go up here and go undo. I'm doing a bunch of clicks. I'll take that. Okay. Now, I'm going to click this box again. Rotate. I can take this right here and do like that. And rotate it to my heart's content. Let's say I want to have it slightly at an angle like this. Okay. Maybe I want to have something, an image where it's going uphill. Who knows what the reason is, but that's what we're going to do. Look right here where it says flip. What if you don't want it going from upwards? You want it to look like it's coming down the other way. I'll come right here and go like this. Then the more I click it, I can go back and forth. Or I can go over here and do the vertical thing and make it upside down. You may want to create something upside down. You never know. I think I'll go this way. Okay. Let's grab another item. I'm going to go right to the helicopter. I'm going to grab it, click on it, stretch it. It's kind of big. But then look how if you make it larger, it makes it look like the bridge is in the distance. We'll click on this. And let me make this smaller. It's just too large for my paper. I need it to be smaller than 4.5. So to fit on my card. Takes a little while, but that's okay. I have time. That's pretty good. So, okay, I'm going to pull it down like that. Now watch this. When I place it right here, you notice how it's out front of the bridge, and the bridge is behind it. That's the beauty of PNGs. Let me resize it a little bit more. Now, if I want to resize it by grabbing these green arrows, I don't have to just stay over here. As long as I hold shift on my keyboard, my computer keyboard, I can hold shift, grab that corner, and now everything will be constrained to the same proportion. So just remember, you can use shift, grab the corner of the green things, or the sides, same thing, as long as you hold shift. Or you can go over here. It takes longer, but at least you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's going to work like that too. Okay. I think I want to rotate it slightly. About like... I'll go like that. Okay. Okay. I'm happy so far with that. You notice how if I click outside the box, this area right here, all my controls disappear. If I click back on here, on the image, it comes back. Now here's something else to look for. Sometimes you may feel like the commands over here may disappear. Just know that you have these drop down boxes right here. The only thing I really want to make sure I have is position and size for real, because this is what we're going to be using in order to arrange and manipulate primarily, and to flip and to rotate. Let's go ahead and grab something else. I'm going to get I think I'll get, I'll get this right here, Bon Voyage. I'm clicking on it, dragging. It's kind of big. Okay, let me grab it, slide it over. I want to resize it. I'm going to grab the corner, hold shift, slide it on over. Let it go. And you can look right here and see that it jumped down to 4.66. It's still kind of large because my card is 4.5. So let me go ahead and make it smaller. I use the control over here now. I think I'll go down to about 2.8. That's pretty good. Grab the middle, slide it down, do like this. I could do that. What if I moved it to the middle? You know, what would happen if I wanted this to go to the back? Let's talk about that for a second. I don't see any commands right here. They probably are, but I don't even want to learn that. All I have to do is hover this cursor right on the image, right click, and now you notice several commands talking about position and size, original size, area, crop, etc., etc. What we're interested in is this right here, where it says arrange. Over to the right, it says bring to front, bring forward, send backwards, in the back, in front of object, etc., etc. I want to hit, I'll hit send to back. Hold up. Let's try this again. I sent the wrong thing to the back. Let's try it again. Hold up. Let me slide this whole thing right here over. You got to make sure you have the right thing selected. Now, you can tell it's selected because that bounding box is around it. Okay, arrange, send to back. Now, that means that this object is all the way behind. Let me move this just like this. I want to show you something. Let's see, can I make it so you can really see it? Now, it looks like my helicopter is behind the bridge. The Bon Voyage is in between. No, the Bon Voyage is behind the bridge also. What if I want my Bon Voyage to be in between the bridge, but yet have the helicopter in front of it? I will right click on it, go to arrange, and now instead of saying bring to front, I'm going to hit bring forward. Here's the difference. Bring to front means that, let's say you have 10 different images. If your object is number 10 is the 10th image, and you hit bring to front, it's going to skip over all those images and become number 1. If I hit bring forward, it only comes up one level, and it will come from number 10 to number 9, then to number 8, then to number 7, every time you perform this operation every time. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it forward. So now, see how that jumped in front of the helicopter, but yet it's still behind the bridge. If I right click again on it and go arrange, bring forward, now it comes all the way to the front like that. Let me get my helicopter. And now I'm going to go ahead and just bring it all the way to the front. See how that works? Okay, I think I need a boat. Matter of fact, my bridge is just a little too small for me. So I'm going to shift, grab that corner, slide it over like that. It's 4.6 though. Even though I want to do it, I'm going to have to make it a little smaller. 3.97, I'll take that. Now I want to bring a boat. I'm going to click on the boat. And I'm going to drag it on over. It's kind of big. So I'm going to hit shift, grab the corner. I'm going to resize it. Grab it, slide it down. It's still too big. So let me make it smaller by hitting click with shift. Let it go. It's 3. Now it's only 1. I want to make it even smaller. I want to put it way back behind the bridge or by the bridge. So that's extremely small, 1 inch. I'm gonna click on it, drag it down, do like that, and that's in the distance. Let me make it a little larger. Okay. I think I want it smaller. I'll take it and put it way back here somewhere. See how that looks? It's like a boat is really far away. And the last thing I'm going to grab will be this postcard. It's kind of big, so I'm instantly going to make that smaller. We do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to do it right over here by clicking on that downward arrow. See, if in doubt, you can always trust this in order to keep everything in the same ratio. All right. I'm going to click on it, pull it. I think I'll need to rotate that just a touch. About like that. I want to send that all the way to the back. Click on a right click on arrange. I'm going to send that to the back. And I'm done. I like this. I would take this. Okay, I just copied this card. See, I did that? I clicked on the card. Anything that has a group, the box around it. Right click. Copy. Right click. Paste it. Click on it. And then move it. So that's how you do that. And you can always play around and see what these controls entail if you want to just go further. But we pretty much have done everything we're trying to do. Okay, I've shown you most important areas. Let me get rid of this. Click on it, click delete, delete. So I'm happy with that. Now I'm just going to go up here, go to file, because I want to print it now. I can export it as a PDF if I want to. If I want to go right to my printer, I'll click print. The printer comes up. Make sure your settings are correct. For instance, this isn't the printer I use. My thermal printer is what I use for my labels for products that I shipped at mindlesscrafting.com. I'm going to click up here and select the correct printer, determine the number of copies, and I'll go ahead and print it like that. Something else you can do, you can go into show details, and you can go a little further with this. Original size, printable, fit to the page, and that sort of thing like that. But this is fine. That's all I need. After that, I'll hit print, and I have what I need, so I'm ready to go. So now, if you have any other questions, just go ahead and make a comment below the video, and I'll try to get back and answer those. If I can't answer if I get enough comments, I may have to make another video to answer those questions. But this should be enough to get you going on OpenOffice. If you have any problems or questions, just go back over the video and look at it again, and look at that one part to refresh your memory on the correct procedure, whatever you have to do in order to make it happen. Be sure to check out mindlesscrafting.com. We have a lot of different stamp sets you can select from, both photopolymer, traditional stamp sets that you use with ink, but we also have digital stamps, which is the reason I'm showing you OpenOffice, because you need some different devices in order to manipulate these PNG files. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close on out and let you get busy crafting. I would love to see what you have with your creations. Have a wonderful evening, day, morning, or whatever time of the day it is in your part of the world.